Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Izola here with Flick Direct, and I'm so excited to talk to you about this new 4K UHD release. It is for Sinners. I'm just, I've, I've got words for you. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and let's get this started. Okay, so for those of you who have not seen the movie, a lot of weird things happen without a lot of explanation. Um, I don't want to give too much away. Again, for those who haven't seen it, I don't like spoilers, but you should see this movie immediately. Like, grab a copy. Anyway, like I said, a lot of strange things happen, not a lot of explanation, but a majority of the movie is pretty much loosely based on Ryan Coogler's family stories about life during or in the Jim Crow South. So, way back in the day. So it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of folklore, whether this stuff is true or not. Not everything in the movie. I mean, the stories. That remains to be seen. I don't think we'll ever really know because even people who think that things are the truth may not have actually happened. But having said that, those loosely based stories that have led to this movie made it so entertaining. I am a spooky girl at heart. I absolutely love anything with vampires, horror, supernatural, paranormal. I was going to say paranoia, but sometimes they make you paranoid, so I guess that fits in with this as well. Add some of that blues music folklore to it and vampires, and I'm in 100%. Maybe 110. Definitely 100. So Sinners is taking place in the 1930s, and it stars Michael B. Jordan. He's playing twins. Their names are Smoke and Stack. Yeah, get it? Smoke. Yeah. Anyway, yes, that really is their names in the movie, and it works. It's great. I love it. It was just really funny the first time I heard it. I was like, oh yeah, put that together. Anyway, so they return home after a little bit of a stint in the crime organization in Chicago. So they were up to, you know, teensy nefarious deeds, working with the crime bosses and whatnot. So they got some cash. They want to open up a juke joint, which is what they do. And so they hire all these musicians and kitchen staff and some other people. It's a good old time. Like, I want to go hang out. Then along come the vampires and their nefarious deeds and what they want to use the juke joint for. And, there's also a little teensy weensy plot twist. Whether you see that coming or not, I can't tell you if you will, but I am curious. If you watch it, leave a comment, let me know. I'm very curious to see if you picked up on it like immediately or if it just came out swinging at you. So I'm going to kind of leave our little synopsis up there. I don't want to really give away too much. Again, this movie is so good, you don't want to ruin it with spoilers, even though it's been out and you should have already seen it, but that's okay. Anyway, this is an absolute fantastic movie. I loved every second of it. The acting is just so good. The sets and the costumes, everything fits so beautifully. And I got to tell you, the storytelling in this is just, I absolutely love the way that they did this. Ryan Coogler's family definitely gave him some good stories to loosely share with the group. So we appreciate it. So if vampire-y, horror, folklore-y kind of movies, kind of give you the giddies, I definitely recommend watching this movie. Like I said, it's fantastic. The action scenes are great. You get little jump scares. Like I said, there's a twist. And I gotta say, everybody looked gorgeous in this movie, even when, people were, so yeah, it was great. I'm also a sucker for a period piece, and I guess since it's 2025, the 1930s are now considered a period piece. I mean, we're really close to 2030. So I'm going to say, since we're that close, we could probably say that this is considered a period piece. I may be wrong. I don't know what the definition, like true cutoff or start is. So, I'm going to say it is. Fight me on it. But that's beside the point. Let's get back to the movie. I don't honestly think that there was a time where I was even remotely bored watching this. That's saying something because usually I'll pick up my phone or, lose myself in some train of thought or thinking about, something I have to build for work. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that could go wrong when I'm watching a movie, and this one did not have me veer off the path, except just, straight ahead. That's where I was, watch the movie the entire time. Like I said, sets, effects, costumes, acting, storyline. It was all great. And because of this, I'm giving the movie Sinners a 4.5 out of 5. And now on to video. So, how is it? It's dark, it's moody, and that's how this movie needs to be. That's not to say that there aren't any like bright settings or anything like that. The lighting, just the visuals in general, are really well set for the scenes. You will be quite impressed with this. They did an excellent, excellent job. So Sinners actually switches between two aspect ratios, and one's like super duper wide, and then the other is the more standard boxy format. It can be a little jarring at times if you're not expecting it or haven't seen movies that do that, which there are some. I think Christopher Nolan has done that in the past, which who knows, maybe the Odyssey will have it. Actually, probably will. So if you have seen movies like that, it's not going to really, throw you off at all, but you will notice. You'll notice the changes, but it works. Absolutely works. This movie looks fantastic in 4K. The details are sharp. The contrast is solid. But I mean, do we really expect anything less? I mean, are we expecting too much? I don't know. I think this movie just hits the nail on the head for everything. So, I mean, I really don't have anything that I can complain about when it comes to the video. For example, with colors, even though they can be muted, they still pop. And I honestly don't know how they do that, but it just looks so good. It's just a really beautifully shot movie, and you get it in all its glory in 4K. And because of this, I give the video a 5 out of 5. And now on to audio. Are you asking yourself, how is the sound? Because that just seems kind of silly at this point. I mean, we know this is a Dolby Atmos mix. If you didn't, you do now. And because of that, I have spoken on these Dolby Atmos mixes. They're just phenomenal. Like they really, really work well. They pick up everything that needs to be picked up and just highlight those sounds to just fit the scenes so beautifully. The dialogue is crisp and clear, so even in those little moments where you think they should be whispering, you can still understand everything. There's not a lot of volume control needed in this. You're going to be able to hear everything. But that's not even like the great part. It's these it's the immersive soundstage sounds, like overhead sounds, surrounds. I mean, all of it. It just pulls you in. You are sucked into this movie. It is 100% immersive. And while that can be great for a movie experience, it can also be terrifying if you are afraid of vampires or just horror movies in general. I mean, these stories that Cougler's, talking about in this, they could give you nightmares. So while you're watching this in the dark at night when nobody's around, you might get a little scared, maybe little jumps. But that's all because the audio is so fantastic. The ambient effects just add to the little hairs that start, standing up on the back of your neck. Also, you see these, well, you hear just bullets whizzing by. Like it feels like you're just like, "Ooh, did that just come by my ear?" That's crazy. But like I said, they just did such a fantastic job on this. And because of everything that I've mentioned, again, I could ramble on about it. I'm giving the audio a 5 out of 5. You will not be disappointed at all. Okay, so we are on to extras. And I gotta say, they did a pretty darn good job with giving us these extras. And this one's a little more interesting just because there's a lot of folklore and things like that. So you're really going to get a lot of information about how Cougler came up with the ideas. You're going to talk to Michael B. Jordan about how he had to play twins and what he did to, make this tag team of filming work because he's obviously playing both characters. I'm not going to list everything because, like I said, there's a lot. Very fun watches. Definitely recommend them. But yeah, so you're going to get commentary from actors, crew, director, all alike. One that I thought was really cool is you're going to get, a little behind the scenes of the music and how all of that comes to play within the movie, how everything came, was composed. So really, really cool because I love music and this music is fantastic. Just blues music in general. There's just something about it. It touches your soul. Seriously, if you've never listened, let me know. I'll give you some songs that you should start with. But oof, yeah, fabulous. Another one is talking to a professor about like hoodoo and folklore, the stories in general, and she kind of breaks down things, and I think that's another really interesting way of kind of learning more about how this movie came to be and the stories that were told in order to write the script. I think that when you have someone who is really knowledgeable in these types of things, it just makes it more interesting to kind of hear all of that, learn. I love to learn, and I love to read. So I think that you will really enjoy that piece of it as well. Again, there's so much more, but also there's 20 minutes of deleted scenes. 20 minutes. Fantastic. Now, whether or not they should have been in the movie, I'm going to leave that up to you. You can make your own decisions, but definitely watch it. The only thing I'd say that they did kind of miss on was, I'm sorry, we don't have any gag reels. That's really the only thing. But I kind of get the idea as to why they didn't have that. I mean, this type of movie, and what it's based off of and the stories, I can see why they may have leaned more towards adding the other extras and not the gag reel. But come on, we all know Michael B. Jordan. That whole cast, they had some good times. I mean, I can't see it really. You'll see when you watch it, like deep down they were all joking around because that's just who they are. Speaking of cast, like again, they were all fantastic, but I also forgot to tell you that Haley Steinfeld's in it too. And I just love her. She's fantastic. But that's not the entire cast. Like they are all really good, but I can't go on and on about that. We're in the extras. I should have put that in the beginning, but I tend to yap too much and these get too long. So I'm trying to, only name a couple, which I wish I should just name them all. I should just have a little ticker tape that runs down here. Hey, look, these are all the people who are in it. Maybe I'll do that one day. Anyway, the extra is fantastic. You're not going to be disappointed. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. Overall, this 4K UHD release of Sinners checks every box when it comes to what I'm looking for in a DVD or steelbook buy. Seriously, it has the audio and video quality. It is a great movie. The acting, everything is just so fantastic. The costumes are gorgeous. The music, the extras actually were surprisingly good. So I really don't have a ton of complaints, at least none that are worth mentioning. I tend to be a little nitpicky sometimes, but I really don't think I have any major issues with this release, the movie, sound, video, extras. It's just, I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I got a copy. You know, it's going to be a great addition to my library, and I think it will be a great addition to yours as well. If you are Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Cougler, Haley Steinfeld fan, if you're just a fan of horror, or if you like those folklore kind of movies that may have a hint of reality attached to it, I can't see why this would not be for you, or maybe someone you know. I definitely recommend getting your copy of Sinners in 4K UHD as soon as possible. And you don't have to wait long. My bad, I am doing this a day late because I got it late. I mean, there's been a lot of weather issues and whatnot, you know. They try to get it to us as quickly as possible, but sometimes, you know, the Postal Service, they just kind of hold things up, unfortunately. We just make do with what we can, you know, and try to get these done as quickly as possible. But the good news for you is that you can go to the store right now and pick it up. Actually, strike that. I was actually talking to some people and they said that when they went to go pick it up, they were sold out. So maybe if you're gonna go to the store, call them first or try to do the online pre-order pickup just to make sure that it's there. Because who knows, maybe in your area it's moving fast off the shelves. I don't know how much people or stores, you know, fill the aisles with DVDs and books and things like that because a lot of things are digital nowadays. So, you know, but you could be lucky. You could just walk right in. But again, you can also order it online. You don't have to leave your couch. You can just wait for it to arrive, then you got to get off your butt to get it. But, you know, it's great. So again, definitely get your copy. I don't think that you are going to be disappointed. I know I'm not. And for those of you who have not watched it, come back, watch it. Let me know what you think. Again, I want to know everybody's opinions on the extras and all that other great stuff. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did the plot twist get you? Again, there's lots to discuss, but I really think you're going to enjoy it. And with that, this concludes my review of Sinners in 4K UHD, the newest release. Hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to like and subscribe to all of our channels so you never miss out on any entertainment news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.